Welcome back to Guber Talks. It's your old pal Bundy. And to my left is...
Who's left? Yours?
Yours
My
left.
left.
He said his left.
I'm Gavin.
And to Gavin's left is...
Justin.
All right, now let's get this party underway.
How are you doing today, Bundy?
I'm doing fantastic.
What are you doing right now, Bundy?
Playing a little bit of Yoshi's Island on the Switch now, and it's bringing back all the memories.
I never played Yoshi's Island, actually.
It is really fun.
It's pretty fun, yeah. You have to carry around little baby Mario and then throw him to another Yoshi.
Oh, that one. I think I take it back. I might have played it for a minute on like the Game Boy, if they had like a version of that on there.
Yeah.
I think my friend growing up, I don't have friends, and I'll beat you all to it. He had it, and I didn't buy it, and then I played it for like a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fun, and then that was about it. It was a good story, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You know, like back in the day when like someone had like something on like a DS or in this case a Game Boy, and you play it, like you just throw in the cartridge and play it for a hot minute. And
you guys remember like trading games with your friends? Mm-hmm. Be like, oh, I'll give you Mario Party if you let me borrow this for a week.
We don't do that shit anymore.
No. Well, it's pointless anymore. I mean, I guess if you have like some older games, you know, like on disc or whatever, like if you want, I don't know, Uncharted or something like that, you can borrow that. But yeah, I don't think I've borrowed a game from someone in 10 years, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last time. I always like offer my friends like Tom and like Rick who live in Cedar Rapids. I always offer them like, I'll let you borrow this game, and then I never get around to it. So
yeah,
it's so hard as an adult. And the window's open. I just realized this right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I want everyone to enjoy the nature and the sounds of Davenport, Iowa.
Right.
At my apartment. So
wait, here, quiet. We can see if we can hear the outside.
Is it fairly loud?
It is.
Oh, wow.
Do you want me to shut the window?
No, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
If it gets too loud, we will.
Yeah, there's something stupid. So
Leaving all this in.
Oh, good. Anywho, what's new with everybody, huh? Gavin, anything you want to talk about today?
I don't think that's any of your business.
What are you doing?
Yeah, no. I want to complain about our good friends over at PlayStation.
All right, let's pull up the tea, literally, as I'm drinking some tea.
Yeah.
Bundy, pull up your tea.
So
it's tea time.
I'm not against digital games, like digital media or anything, like downloaded games. I'm not like, 100% pro buying physical games.
Yeah.
But the problem with digital games is if the store is down, you can't do anything with it. Or if the store is just designed by idiots that you can't do you can't go to the store. The other day and it's games and movies, on Friday, I wanted to rent Godzilla, and I went to the PlayStation store to do it. And like I log in, find the movie, I go to rent, I click it, nothing happens, and I'm like, maybe it's just loading or something. I just waited for like 5 minutes, nothing happened. So like I moved down, and the whole screen moved. So I'm like, oh, I just must not have actually clicked it.
Yeah.
So I click it again, nothing. Except this time it froze and got stuck. I'm like, great. So I went back to the main menu, went back in, tried it again. Nothing is happening. Nothing is working. I'm like, maybe it's just Godzilla or something. So I went to a different movie, click on it, nothing. I'm like, nothing is working on this stupid system. So I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll go somewhere else. So I went to download like a game demo or something.
Yeah.
Nothing worked. And then it wouldn't even load. So I'm like, I hate everything. So then I'm like, whatever. I went to Google Play Movies, rented it there so I can watch it on YouTube. So I went to YouTube on the PlayStation app, went to the purchases, and it's like, your purchases will show up here, and nothing showed up. I'm like, I'm gonna throw something real hard. It's getting so frustrated. And then Microsoft wouldn't even like work. It lied to me saying I could download Gears of War 5 early. I can't.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah,
explain to people what how you're gonna play it.
So so Microsoft has this thing. It's called Game Pass, and it's like you get your first month for like $1, and then it's like $5 a month after that, something like that. And you can just play select games on Xbox or PC for free. Well, for your membership, you don't have to buy the game additionally. So as long as you have that membership, you can play these games. And the only downside on PC, because I don't have an Xbox, is that the games are kind of limited. Yeah. There's only so many. Like, they don't have all the Halo games. They only have, like, Halo Wars. But Gears 5 is one of those games that you can play. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll play that. And it's supposed to come out. So we're recording this on the 8th. It's supposed to come out on the 9th for the public. But when you go to the Microsoft Store, it says play early with Game Pass. I'm like, oh, sweet. It's a little bonus for people with Game Pass. So I go there, and it says install right there at the top of the screen. So I'm like, click, and then the whole thing locked up. The whole like Microsoft Store froze. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. So I restarted it. It froze again. I restarted my computer, thinking maybe it was an issue on my end. Nothing was working. And I was like, scroll down a little bit. It's like, oh, you can only install it with Game Pass Ultimate. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. It was very frustrating. And then I ended up just installing State of Decay, but I haven't played it. So that's my weekend.
It's like Pornhub Premium. For all you Pornhub viewers.
So how much was it? You were just renting Godzilla?
Yes.
How much was that?
It was $6.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's way.
That's why I was asking.
How much did you? Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, because I was debating between that and Brightburn, and I didn't want to spend $12 on movies. So
how long did you get to have it for rental?
you get it for once you start it, you get it for 48 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. So like that's like it with all of those online renting, like whether you're doing it through Apple or Google or anything, it's always like you rent it for whatever the price is. And then once you hit play, you have 48 hours to finish it.
Wait, how much was it again?
$6.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have it at Redbox, or at least at my Redbox. It was out, and I'm like, I want to watch something, but there's nothing on Netflix.
Doesn't Redbox have like streaming?
Yeah, but it's more expensive than the discs for some
Really?
reason. Yeah, it's like I think $3 or something.
It's $8.
But then it's also there's no like app or anything for it.
Yeah.
I can't watch on YouTube, so it's like I have to watch on their app, and I'm not going to sit down on my phone and watch the whole movie.
Yeah, I won in like this last Christmas. I won in like our Secret Santa family thing, like a little movie bundle, and it came with like 5 free Blu-ray Redbox codes. So I've saved them up until now to like start watching those movies that I didn't see. And I've seen Brightburn and I've seen Godzilla.
What do you think of those?
They were fun. I liked them.
Yeah. Godzilla.
You did end up seeing it.
Yeah, I watched it eventually after all of that. That one. If you get past the first 40 minutes, then it's fine after that. The first 40 minutes, like Godzilla or any monster is in it for 30 seconds total, maybe. And it's like right at the beginning, there's like the Mothra like pupil or whatever the baby version.
Yeah.
Mothra Jr.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they so it's 40 minutes of just bad dialogue and then like okay-ish acting, and then it kicks in with like the monster fighting. That point on, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a fun monster movie.
I want to check it out still.
Yeah.
So I haven't had time.
And then I want to watch Brightburn too.
Yeah,
Same.
Brightburn was cool.
Yeah.
Didn't fully live up to what I figured, like just that concept.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to watch.
Yeah.
Still
It's kind of along the line.
Some gruesome shit in there.
Oh, really?
Too. Yeah. Yeah, a couple scenes.
Yeah, it kind of fits in with the what if.
Yeah.
Even though it's not Marvel,
kinda. But well, it's actually I want to say it's based off of an existing property. I think
like outside of Superman,
outside of
or DC, I guess.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Brightburn is essentially what if Superman were evil, more or less.
Yeah, and it doesn't fully commit to like, is he like pure evil or is it just like he's
like confused or something?
Yeah, he's like just doesn't know how to control his powers and stuff.
Oh.
If you do end up seeing it, is I think it's a mid-credit scene. So stay.
Is it relevant or is it just a fun extra scene?
It's cool. I don't think the film did well enough to ever amount to like a sequel or anything like that, but it's still cool.
Okay.
It's like, an extra 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Just watch the credits.
Yeah. So far, it hasn't been. It was originally written by the people that did, like the writers of the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know James Gunn produced it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't direct it though.
Oh, okay.
No, he didn't direct.
No.
Who did? Do you know?
David
Attenborough.
Can't read this. Yarovesky.
So okay, someone we don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of him. You can't even click on his name in Wikipedia. So
that's how underground you are.
But yeah, it's interesting. I know James Gunn was he was just marketing the shit out of it.
Yeah, I think he produced it, and then like one of his brothers was also like a co-producer or writer.
Actually, yeah, I thought. I'll bring it back up.
James Gunn's been all over
Brian
the place.
Gunn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Sean Gunn. I ran into Sean Gunn at Disney.
Oh.
He's in the Marvel films and Guardians.
Nice.
What? I know his name. Who is he?
He's one of the main Ravagers.
He's
what is his name? It's weird.
He does all the motion capture for Rocket.
Yeah, and he also
he's
from Gilmore Girls, I think. Not Gilmore Girls, but
he's the guy. He's like one of the survivors at the end of Guardians 2. He's the one that gets the new helmet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. So like as time goes on, more and more Endgame like behind the scenes footage is coming out, just leaking. Apparently, he's in that last big battle, but I don't think he made the final cut.
Yeah, he was in that scene, but then they CGI'd over him with teenage Groot.
Yeah. And it's annoying because like originally I thought he was just doing mocap for it, so that's why they CG'd.
Yeah.
But if you look at the behind the scenes, he's in front of a green screen with the full like that helmet
Costume
thing
on. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like that would have been so cool because his
It's
like
that little thing.
the arrow
around.
that arrow thing is like one of the coolest powers just because it's like super unique.
Yeah. That's cool.
And Yondu was a cool character, but
R.I.P.
yeah,
I miss Yondu. I liked
him in Guardians too.
Yeah, he was the best part of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was very swan songy for him, for his character development and his character arc. But I like Guardians too. It's slow.
Yeah,
and a lot of talking.
I think the first one was a lot better.
Oh, definitely. But I don't think the second one's bad by any means.
Yeah, it's hard to find a bad Marvel movie besides like Thor 1 or Thor 2. Thor 2.
Yeah, Thor 2 is really bad.
Yeah.
Anywho, speaking of movies, we saw something this week. What'd you see this week, Bundy?
I saw It Chapter 2.
We can talk about this now.
We can. It's been a lot of build up.
Yeah, so we won't give any spoilers, but we'll give some initial thoughts.
Really, I don't think. I mean,
you spoil it?
Exactly.
It's like a 30-year-old book,
Yeah.
and it was I think
We won't go into too much detail.
I will.
You will? Okay. I didn't want to ruin for Gavin, but if Gavin doesn't mind.
Are you
Okay.
familiar with the story?
Yeah, like I know about it and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't care about spoil. I mean, like I said, it's not a movie. It's unless they really diverted from like the originals.
They don't. Which is kind of nice, is they stay pretty true to how like the miniseries.
Yeah.
And
They made him
book
look
end.
better at the end, obviously. Like
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
I like that. So, can we talk about the one thing that you kind of mentioned to me before I went to go see it?
So
Are
I
you
saw
talking
it-
about their faces?
Yeah, so I saw
Okay.
it on Thursday night. Justin saw it the next day,
Yep.
and I was like, "Yeah, I liked it. It was really long, but it was I think it was a pretty decent movie."
Yeah.
But there was one movie making element that they did that was probably the worst thing I've ever seen.
It wasn't bad until Eddie. Finn Wolfhard, you can tell because
I thought
Finn
his was
looks
the
like.
worst.
Really, I thought Eddie's was
him
bad.
and Eddie, but yeah.
Because Eddie's was terrible.
So what they
not
did,
because of like his face, but the ADR was awful. Like
Yeah.
you could tell it was a different kid.
Yeah.
Anywho, explain it.
So what they did was they had to, in this like, and it was too long too. It's really really long. But in this overbloated movie, they had like particular scenes that they went back and they had to shoot current day instead of when the original production was happening. So of course those kids, they've grown up, they look different, their voices have changed. So they like put the Snapchat baby filter on all of the kids' faces.
Yeah.
And it's more noticeable with some
Yeah.
than others. And then like they did this thing almost, to me it felt like they shot their scenes and then they sped them up to raise the pitch in their voices, but it just made them talk super super fast.
Yeah.
It was
like Eddie's.
Yeah.
Eddie was just the worst.
Because he just talks really fast
Yeah.
in his scenes. So it just was even faster. So I was like, what the fuck?
It wasn't
is this?
bad until they were underneath in their little clubhouse and he was doing that bouncy ball thing and he kept
Yeah.
fucking talking all over and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is awful.
It was
but
awful.
it wasn't terrible after that. Finn didn't look you said he looked the worst. I didn't think he looked like as bad as like.
Did you see it?
I'm googling it, but the headline, and I'm sure it's relevant to the movie, but it says It Chapter 2 producer blah blah blah. On the challenges of de-aging the young losers.
Yeah.
The wording of it makes it
Young
sound like
losers.
these bunch of idiot actors.
But yeah, I mean, and even that scene, I didn't need that scene because that
No.
scene,
It was
just
more
showing,
for
like,
Stanley.
it was that, and then like establishing this tree or this little fort house in the woods that
they
they
don't.
never ever mentioned.
They
in the
throw it.
first one.
It's a throwback for when they're going through the end
Yeah,
part with
yeah.
Ben. I think younger Ben looked worse because you can tell his cheeks because he lost weight apparently.
Yeah, and he looks like taller, and I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of the thing. Was the scene takes place in like this little underground like dugout
Yeah.
hole in the woods, so like they probably made them look just by scale,
Sure.
look them small,
Yeah.
but it was probably like a 6-foot ceiling or something.
It didn't bug me too much. It was weird.
It's very distracting.
It was.
Yeah, I can't find any video of it. Just some screenshots. So doesn't really help.
Just for the record, we're just gonna talk about the bad shit first. Not bad shit, but the shit like that bugged us.
Yeah, I mean that was the biggest thing. Other than that, it was just
I liked it.
Incredibly long.
It was long. I didn't. Everyone kept saying how long it was. I didn't really feel it because I was just enjoying it.
Because you fell asleep.
Yeah, I was.
There's
napping.
no way. Time? You got out at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I
There's
did.
no way.
Why? Why did you?
There's no way you didn't fall asleep from that.
We went really late. We saw it in IMAX, which it looked great in IMAX.
Yeah, it's not worthy.
And they played the new Christopher Nolan trailer, which I had no idea they had a trailer prep for.
Like a Christopher Nolan trailer?
A movie.
About what?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it doesn't give away anything. All you know is it's John David Washington is in it. And it might have something to do with police or like a SWAT team.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you can't really gather anything about it except for the movie, like the title.
Well, I saw like the logos that usually become like the Sync Company or what is it?
Yeah, it's the production
studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this a Christopher Nolan movie? And then it said from Christopher Nolan. Like, oh, it is. Yeah. I didn't know he was making it. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
Out of a loop. But then they showed the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey trailer.
That was surprising. Too. Yeah, so there was like
I heard about that before. And I was like,
I had no idea.
I wish I didn't.
So they were it was like gotten to the point where it was like the WB logo was popping up and I was like, oh, okay, so the film's starting now. That was the last preview. And then it was like just a bunch of balloons. It was like, wow, this is like really like forced, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then it was like Harley Quinn and it shows some shots from the Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah. Well, it was like her walking and it looked like the shadow of Pennywise. Well, it had DC.
Yeah,
right before
was
there
the
too,
and
I was
what
like,
the fuck is this?
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, no, I already knew about it beforehand.
Yeah.
And then she takes her hammer and slaps one of the balloons, and she's like, aren't you tired of fucking clowns or whatever? Yeah. And then it just had a bunch of like just random scenes from the new movie.
Yeah. That was a cool surprise. I don't know if I'll see it, but
I'll go see it.
Who's playing her? Is it?
It's Margot Robbie again.
She's continuing. Okay.
Yeah. So, has Ewan McGregor in it too.
Mm-hmm.
As what?
Black Mask.
Okay.
So, but he doesn't have a black mask on. So
yeah.
So interesting. But yeah, I liked it. It was long. I didn't feel it as long as a lot of people said because I'm so used to like Endgame and watching that 1,000 like more than usual, I guess.
Endgame didn't feel that long to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, I think the pacing in this movie was one of the bigger issues to me because it felt like they spent way too much time on certain scenes, and then like you could be like chopping this along.
So one of the plot points of this movie was like, in order to like defeat it forever, they have to go and like seek out like these personal like items or tokens in order to like do some ritual and whatever.
Was that a Harry Potter thing?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah, like but this was written before.
No, it wasn't.
No. Yeah.
Okay. But so they have to get all these items, and you see each one of the losers, each one of the members, going on their own at least like 15-minute journey to find their little item, and there's a flashback within that. So like just those scenes alone, that's like an extra hour to the movie. It's just like holy fuck.
I liked them though; they're good.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's just like let's go.
The only one I didn't care for too much was maybe Eddie's.
I forget what his.
He went to like the basement.
I mean, they're all just spooky shit. I mean,
that's the problem with stuff like that when you have multiple characters going on their own personal journeys within a movie, because then you essentially have to make miniature movies within it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
pretty much.
It's not enough time to like give, and like Ben, like is it Ben or no Mike, the one who stayed, Old Spice guy.
Yeah,
the one who stayed around during that hour of the film. He has nothing. Like he has no character development in almost
he's underutilized.
Movie. Like he's the basically after the first one, he just stays in Derry for the rest of his life, just kind of like, you know, doing research and trying to figure out how to kill this thing, and he goes on like this spiritual trip with
it got weird.
Indians. It was really weird, but like he doesn't really do anything. I mean, he summons them all there, and then he just kind of like he takes them down to the cave, and that's about it. You don't really see. They don't really make too much mention of his parents again. And then like what was his name? the bully from the first one.
Bowers.
Yeah.
Henry Bowers.
Yeah, Henry Bowers. Like, he's supposed to be like another antagonist along with the clown, but it's like at that point, the clown is like he can be anything or like kill you anyway, like imaginable. There really isn't any need for Henry Bowers to be there.
No,
he's just
there.
It's just like almost funny. Like he shows up and he's doing his thing.
Speaking of Pennywise, I wish there was more Pennywise in the movie. Like they did a lot of like just the fears kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I like Bill
Skarsgård
a lot.
I mean, I thought it was. Yeah, I mean, you don't get a whole lot of just him being the clown, but I think like because
in the first one there's just it's constant like him doing stuff. Like you'll see like whatever fear they are, like the flute lady and whatnot. But then you'll see him in the background doing like random stuff. And I like that.
Yeah.
That shit's cool.
I thought the Richie's scene.
Yeah,
with,
the new one with the statue.
Yeah, that was from the book. That was really.
I know. I heard about that because I didn't read the second part of the book, which makes me want to go back and read that long ass book. But I heard about that and how they're kind of like, I don't know, that part. I didn't get. There wasn't a lot of jump scares that got me, but that one did because it was just so fucking giant.
There was one. Oh, it got most of the people in the audience when they went down like deep beneath.
Yeah.
To that whatever cavernous hole where it landed, and he just like pops out from like that spire in the ground.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
That got
so I was
pretty
like,
much
nope. I don't like usually seeing horror movies in films or horror movies like in like movie theaters is what I was trying to say.
That was the other thing is that Valoria, she pointed out to me, is that it's so incredibly long that it becomes not scary after a while, because it's like 3 hours of being scared. It's just like, you
get used to it, kind of,
So
that's why I like the first one so much, because it's just so well paced. It's constant stuff, and stuff's constantly going on. Like the story's moving along.
Yeah,
this one, they like to like slow it down and like focus on like random shit. Like the Stephen King scene was a little
cool.
It was cool, but it was a little too long.
yeah, it was basically a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah,
but it was funny.
Did you also see like the little turtle?
Yeah, I saw all the turtles.
I like how they just focused on the turtle.
Yeah, which it's a cool little Easter egg for something that they didn't decide to do. Cause it's just too weird.
It is weird.
It wouldn't make any sense.
And then one other thing I really liked is that first off, the guy who played Eddie, I really liked him a lot.
Yeah,
he was really good. The casting's the best part of this movie. Everybody's fucking fantastic.
So
yeah.
And even grown up Bill and grown up Eddie are really funny.
James McAvoy's really good.
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain. Yeah, she was really good too.
Yeah.
And I like Ben. I like them all. They're all. Only person is maybe Mike, but that's because he's not really there to do much.
To do anything. Yeah.
But I liked how Eddie's wife was the same actress who played his mom.
Yeah,
and that was fantastic.
That was pretty good.
So, but what would you give it, Bundy? If you had to rate it.
Out of 5, I'd give it like a 3.5.
3.5?
Like I enjoyed it, but it's too long for me to ever want to watch again.
I'll watch it again. I'll probably own it. I liked it. I didn't love it. I love the first one. I think the first one's really, really good.
It's much tighter.
It is.
Even in the book, it's just more concise of
definitely.
First half.
Again, I haven't read the second part, but from what I've heard from a lot of the book readers is that it's not as good as the first half.
Yeah.
So, which again, they try bringing that up in the movies, like the endings suck and blah blah blah, all this stuff about how you can't write endings, and because Bill is practically Stephen King. In his book, he's practically just writing himself because Bill's a writer.
In most of his stories, he has like he puts himself in there, like there's a writer, a character, or something like that. So.
Willish. Yeah. Cool. Are you gonna go see it, Kevin?
Probably not in theater. I'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like Redbox, or so I'll pay the $6 on PlayStation.
You should pay the $2 for Redbox so you don't get dicked by it.
I normally do, but there's only one Redbox buy. I mean, it's always sold out of everything good.
Yeah. I think it made $91 million over the weekend.
That's a good number. Not a good number?
Wait, worldwide or domestic?
I think domestic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was thinking like in the entire planet.
No.
I don't know about worldwide. I don't know if it's been released everywhere yet, but
let's find out.
I have a feeling that it's definitely not going to break $1 billion.
Yeah.
Just because of how long it is.
I mean, if it only
stellar.
It's been getting somewhat good word of mouth. I don't know.
It's mixed.
Yeah.
I feel like our review is a pretty good example of it's mixed.
So it looks like total it's about 180 to 185 million worldwide.
Yeah,
So that's probably not going to make a billion.
Yeah.
No.
If opening weekend was only that. Which, not saying that's not a lot of money, but...
Yeah, I think it's just too long, which, it happens. But I'm trying to think, what's another, besides Endgame, what's another long...
3-hour Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic did really well.
Avatar?
I'm trying to think, isn't one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies
Yeah,
really stupid long?
one of the sequels, I'm trying to think of which one, but yeah, there's one that's just ridiculously long.
Yeah.
And because, I think it's at World's End, because, the fight scene is, I think, an hour long. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
It's not even, a great fight scene. It's just kind of there.
They're going to make a director's cut for it. And it's supposed to be, the director is it's supposed to be, 6 to 7 hours.
Jesus, why?
They're going to put them together, and they have a bunch of scenes they didn't put in the movie, apparently.
Do you mean chapter 1 and chapter 2 put together? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant chapter 2 is 6 hours
So he's like, there's a lot of stuff we didn't put in the movie.
Yeah.
We just want to put it into a one-cut film, which I'm like, that'd be cool. I'd watch it.
I wonder if stuff like that counts towards, if they were to release the director's cut in theaters, if that would count towards chapter 2 box office, or if it's treated as a separate movie.
I don't know if he meant they're going to release it in theaters. Probably just
but I
don't
doubt
know
they
if they would.
I was just curious.
If they were I don't know. No, I don't know.
It does. Honestly. It's still the same film.
Yeah.
It's not
with
I don't know. I don't think it's ever happened before, but when they re-released Phantom Menace, or when they re-released Avatar, it still goes towards just the initial box office.
Yeah, but that's basically the same movie.
Yeah.
I'm talking if they were to release the director's cut that is double the length essentially.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would count.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Castle Rock?
I know of it.
No.
I've never seen it.
No.
I think it's a Hulu show.
Yeah.
It's
Bill
got
Skarsgård,
yeah.
right?
So it's got him. He's essentially the main character. The story revolves around him, even though he doesn't really talk for the first season. But he plays a super creepy dude. And then you learn later on the story and how it's more it's based in fantasy, I guess.
Because
it's got Satan in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he makes an appearance.
Yeah, he just pops up. He's like, "What's up?"
But that's another Stephen King property, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It's not like a book, but it was made for that show.
Yep.
Yeah. I've heard decent things about it.
Yeah, the first season is really good. Especially if you can. So it's not really a binge worthy show, just because it is slow moving and you get exhausted if you binge it. But it is a good show for if you like suspense and that. It doesn't really have much horror to it until later on.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's not bad. I haven't seen I don't remember what season the last season it was. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 seasons, but the first season or 2 were pretty good, at least.
Check it out. There was another Hulu Stephen King series as well with James Franco, right? It was a couple of years ago.
I don't think that was Stephen King.
No.
I think that was J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Because you're talking about the JFK thing, or not the
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it was the title was numbers.
Yeah,
it
was like a date.
I watched it. It was pretty
11,
good.
21, I don't know.
It was really interesting until the last episode. Then it kind of went off the rails.
I think that's when I stopped. Me and Rory were watching it, and we didn't finish it for some reason. But we saw the best of it.
Because the first bit, it seems like it's kind of based in history or fact a little bit. He's just kind of run through it. But yeah, the last episode just kind of goes off the deep end.
I guess I won't watch it.
I mean, it's I'm pretty sure the episodes are only the 20 to 30 minute length, so it's
they
not
weren't
bad.
long. And it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah,
too,
it's a little mini series.
Yeah.
I might get a movie tonight.
Did you guys hear
films.
that Netflix is looking towards weekly episode drops rather than binging through shows?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because that's kind of the thing people like about Netflix is just being able to jump in and spend a weekend watching a show.
I think that'll maybe help them in the long run with some of their original programming, because they still have The Office, right?
For now,
till January.
Yeah, so I
think till January 2021. I think they have another year of it. Yeah,
I don't think anybody's wanting to. Obviously, the series is done, so you can just go watch any episode now without commercials. But I think it'll probably help them in the long run keep, for like a Stranger Things or, whatever, Orange is the New Black or something
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
going to say, it definitely depends on the show that they do it with.
Yeah, you can build up more word of mouth that way.
Stranger
I think.
Things they can do it with, honestly.
Yeah.
Do it.
So.
Yeah. Stranger Things definitely, because that you can have a lot of theories in between each episode.
Yeah.
Which would suck at the same time, because I like binging Stranger Things.
Yeah.
'Cause it flows so nicely.
Orange is the New Black, I can see them doing with it, but it probably wouldn't have the
Those are
same
longer
impact.
seasons, yeah.
They ended it.
Because I think all the Disney Plus stuff is going to be weekly. So
Yeah.
I think it just makes more sense to...
Did you get your code yet?
Oh, yeah, I'd been done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
Get a
signed up for the Founders... Was it Founders...
Yeah, Founder Circle. Yeah.
Where we get the first 3 years of Disney Plus for $140
$157
with tax. That's
and
with tax
3
and
cents.
everything. So we save like $22 a year.
It is a pretty sweet ass deal.
It is,
considering I
especially
see
if you're
all
gonna
that
get
stuff
it.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've already paid for my first 3 years.
And by the time it's up, I'm pretty sure my credit card will be expired. So if I don't want it, I can just ignore it.
That's how I canceled my Xbox Live account way back in the day. I just let my card expire,
Yeah.
and they like emailed me like, "Hey, you gonna pay for this?" I'm like, "Nah."
I'm good, bro.
Take it away.
But yeah, I mean, I think by that time, all of the Marvel stuff should be out by then. So that's
Yeah,
I mean, my
exactly.
money's worth. I think I'll definitely check out The Mandalorian after seeing that most recent trailer.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, I don't really ever get an itch to like, oh man, I really want to go back and watch like The Fox and the Hound. So who knows? I mean, I might do that
Speak for
sometimes.
yourself.
But I think they'll probably have the Christmas Carol. I'll probably watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Mickey's?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's really good. But yeah, other than that, I don't watch like a whole bunch of old Disney movies all the time.
Yeah, who would do that?
Yeah, it'd be good.
It'll
It'll be good. Be good if you have like kids or something, because then
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about hauling around VHS or.
Yeah, definitely. If you had kids, it'd be the go-to.
Or you're a
stream
grown
service.
man who loves
Yeah, if you're
Disney.
a lonely grown man.
That's me. No, I think it's cool though to have all that, but at the same time, like I like collecting the Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff of movies I like. So it's kind of weird now that because I exclusively try to get as much or as many like Disney movies as I can.
Yeah.
So now that it's all on one platform, it's like, well, it's pointless for me to do any of that.
Yeah, I was this morning. I got an email from the Disney Movie Club thing saying it's like, hey, there's free shipping for the next 2 days or whatever, and I was gonna get Civil War because I don't own that, and I was like going to buy it, but then I'm like, in 2 months I can just watch it online. I'm like,
That's another thing.
I'm
Marvel
just not
movies
gonna-
are kind of out the window because I like collecting the Marvel movies because obviously I like the Steelbooks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
if they had like artwork like some games do, like a reversible cover or something, I'd absolutely buy them. But
Yeah, that's
DVDs don't really have, or Blu-rays don't have that.
that's what I mean. The Steelbooks kind of do that for us. in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah. If you get like this Steelbook or like a collector's.
It's hard to hang that on a wall though.
Ooh, I actually saw this. I'm on Reddit r/Steelbooks.
Yeah.
This
Bundy's
guy-
a big Steelbook
Oh,
guy.
I'm into it. This guy, he took like magnetic tool strips that you like put your hammer or your screwdriver on your wall in your garage. He put like a little bit of felt over it, and then he just put them on the wall in his house, and you could just stick them up there. They look,
Be
I
kinda
mean,
cool.
they look decent enough, and I mean,
Yeah.
they're different than like the regular like just box of the DVD or Blu-ray. Usually there's like some fancy art if you get like a Mondo one or something like that, or even Best Buy has pretty cool cases in some situations, but it's just something to make it different than like every other copy of it. That's what I like.
Yeah,
I also like really loud motorcycles.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say
What?
with the Best Buy thing, a lot of those Steelbooks have been going to Walmart now. So like,
Really?
if you go to Walmart, I remember when
I have seen-
it came out
Yeah.
and the Deadpool 2 one. A lot of those ones go to Walmart for some reason, and they're like half the price. So
At
you
the
can
same time as Best Buy, or like
later.
okay, that's what. That's what I thought.
They're like $30 a pop, right? If you're a
At
Steelbook,
Best Buy?
yeah,
Yeah, like 35.
yeah, and then they go down to like 20 maybe at Walmart.
Yeah, I
after
saw a
little
bunch
while.
of like Sony ones.
Yeah, Sony,
at
Warner
Walmart.
Brothers, all theirs are there now, and then Deadpool 2.
But
So
yeah.
none of the Marvel ones. Marvel ones you should just pick up at.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm buying any physical media, I'd have to like really, really enjoy it. Like, I don't really have any desire to buy like another, because at one point I had all the Star Wars movies.
The what?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
We're all
and
doing
Game
good
Boy.
today.
But like I don't want to go out and buy those again. Like I feel like I can go out and buy the Marvel movies.
That's
right
what I
now.
thought.
Yeah.
With like when they re-released them on Blu-ray, I bought the collectors of all 6 films, and I was thinking about that. I was like, when are they gonna do a 4K of all of them, or not 4K, but like whatever the next definition? Like, I don't want to buy those movies again.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
That's
you're always
frustrating.
just buying the next evolution of picture
Star Wars.
quality.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like-
yeah. So for me, if it's a movie that I really like and it's very visually intense, then I will buy it on Blu-ray and pop
Right.
it in like my PlayStation because it looks better than whatever
Yep.
you're streaming on.
Yeah.
Pretty much no matter what, because Blu-ray doesn't have like that compression and all that.
Yeah.
So like I bought Endgame on Blu-ray. I bought that movie we talked about last week with the it's just a big fest of like 80s
Meet the
nostalgia.
Fockers.
What? No.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, Ready Player One.
What'd you say?
Meet the Fox.
That you have to get on 4K. That cat.
Yes.
No, but yeah, like so movies like that it's like I really just want to
cat.
watch everything going on. Then I'll get on Blu-ray. But yeah, stuff like just the newer Star Wars movies. It's like you know they have a lot going on, but they're not really
Yeah.
made like it's not a big CG fest like an Endgame is.
Yeah.
So
And that's the other thing about like streaming, and even going back to like the whether to buy like a physical video game or to like get the digital copy. It's like, I mean, with a video game you kind of have it, but if you're just streaming all the time, you never really own anything. You're
Yeah.
just paying Disney until you die, basically.
well, yeah, and even if you buy digitally, you don't technically own the
Right,
game
yeah.
because
Right.
it's like you're paying a full price for it. But if your subscription or whatever it is lapses, or they can even just they
can,
can
pull
take
it.
your license away,
Yeah.
you don't have the game anymore.
Yeah.
That's why and that's not why I buy physical. I'm not like paranoid thinking that they're gonna strip away my license for everything.
Yeah.
I get it just because if you download it, you're having to download 70 gigs worth of game, you know, and then it's like if you want something else, you have to delete a game.
Yeah.
Where with the disc, you can just
Yeah, you just
pop it out
in
and
and
put
watch
something
it.
back
I don't
in.
have
Like,
to
you have
worry
all the
about
updates and stuff.
internet or anything like that.
yeah. And then also like if I'm ever debating between buying a digital game and a physical game, and if the physical or the case has like that alternate artwork, I will
Yeah.
go and buy that
Yeah, it's
over
just-
the digital one any day of
Yeah.
the
And
week.
it seems so simple, but it's just like, just give me something a little extra, and
Yeah.
I'll go buy your physical shit right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't take a lot for me, at least. Like, I'll probably grab the Aladdin Steelbook. It's not like anything like super crazy, but it's just like
want
something
something there.
slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the price is also another thing. Like, if you go on the PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, or anything like that, older games are still like, even if they're not full price, they're still probably like 80% of the
Yeah.
initial
It's
price.
$6 for a 2-day rental.
Yeah, hey,
That's outrageous.
that's all of them. That's like all digital rental movies are
I
like
would go,
that.
I'd rather go to Redbox.
I think
at
I've
that
only
point.
rented one movie digitally, and that was What We Do in the Shadows, just because I couldn't find it
Oh.
anywhere else.
Yeah.
I
It
got it off of
was.
YouTube.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
streaming right now on Amazon Prime, or has been. That's how I
Yeah.
watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's ever a movie I want to watch, I always go like I check Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu, and when it inevitably is not on any of those, I'll look up my closest Redbox, and when it's not there, and I'm like, time to rent
Gotta
it.
hit up Family Video.
I am shocked that it's still running.
It's the pizza. They got pizza with
The
it.
Marcos?
At least here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does surprise me, but at the same time, like, there's like, we take the internet and like streaming services for granted, but there's a lot of people who don't have that luxury, like, at all.
All,
So-
like older people, or just like
Older people,
or just people that
yeah,
don't
you can't
have-
afford
don't
it.
have
Like,
Like,
I mean,
Because there's a ton of people that just use like their data plan from their phone for their internet because they don't
Yeah.
need like they don't have Netflix or anything
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, think of all the people that we encounter at work who have like no idea what the internet is capable of. Like,
It makes me happy though, that it is still running,
Yeah,
because
yeah, it's
I used to
cool.
love going to Family Video and like, oh, I can get a game. Actually, that's a great thing to do if you just
Yeah.
want to rent a game for a week.
And,
'cause
like-
it's like what, $5 or
Yeah,
something
because
like that?
at this time there's no other way to rent a game, and it pisses me off.
yeah.
Besides Redbox, but even then,
Well,
that's
yeah,
still,
but yeah,
And like Redbox, sometimes like It Chapter 2 is coming out this month. Like, they'll
Yeah.
bring back the DVD of Chapter 1.
One.
But like, if you want to watch True Lies and it's not on streaming anywhere, you have to go find it physically
Somewhere,
which is,
yeah.
You know what pisses me off about Redbox games though is, and maybe they've changed this. It was when Red Dead 2 came out. I was gonna rent it, you have to rent both discs, which means they charge you for both discs. I'm like, that's kind of bull, because you can't play it with just one disc, because one is install, the other is play. So you need both to do it.
You never bought it?
Red Dead? No.
Oh.
I might run to GameStop sometime over the next month. And
Do you want to borrow it?
I can borrow games?
Yeah, right?
It forces you to have friendships.
PS4?
Yeah.
Maybe then.
Okay. I took it off because it was like 120 gigs. Something stupid like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's games are stupidly.
Catch me on Nintendo. Shout out Luigi's Mansion. I was watching the Direct this morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like super pumped about
Right?
Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And obviously I was playing Ultimate. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion, it was like, they're like, oh yeah, there's like 100 different like little floors and levels and stuff. And it was like, they all have different themes. It was like Luigi's Mansion.
We're playing that, by the way. We're doing a Let's Play.
I've never played it.
Unfortunately, it comes out on Halloween.
Unfortunately, it comes out on Halloween, so it won't be
cool.
until November, but we can still live on that hype. And it's going to be all over. Like,
it looks really cool. It's fun. So
I'm excited for that. I think Nintendo's on a high right now. Mm-hmm. I think they've just been making bangers of games.
Link's Awakening, like I've never played a Zelda or Link game, but the art in that looks different, and it looks really, really fun. You can like customize like different dungeons and like save it to your Link amiibo, and then give it to your friend, and then they can play that.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen the most recent Direct, so I don't know anything about that. But there's 1,000 different Zelda games, and they all have different art to them. Like there's obviously the classic.
And that's kind of what that's a cool part of the franchise.
Yeah, because like there's the like the most recent Breath of the Wild, which is it's like, you know, top tier like 3D graphics, all that. It looks really, really good. Yeah. And then you get the new one coming out, which is kind of like cartoony and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's almost like claymation. It's
Like I never played one of those style of Zelda
like
games.
Top down.
Yeah. Until the 3DS. Yeah, 3DS there was like Link Between Worlds or something like that.
Oh yeah, and like that art is different.
It's the same kind of style, but like it was the most enjoyable Zelda game I played in a long, long time. Yeah. And then Breath of the Wild came out the year after or 2 years after. So that's why I'm very stoked for it, because it looks simplistic, but it's so fun, that kind of style. So that comes out like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The remake?
Because I started watching the Direct on my drive home.
Oh, okay.
So I put it in like on like the cord, and I just put it on my dash.
I think it comes out on the 20th.
It's not safe.
It's not.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
And then they announced what?
They announced
Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo is lit. I played with him last night, and I beat the shit out of Paulo.
Yeah.
Because I like how you could take Kazooie and just like shoot him like a gun.
Yeah. And his like side B is really good.
It's so good. I like how I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna announce Banjo as like come out this week or next week, because like they don't have a release date. And then they were doing it was like, he's coming out tonight, and I'm like, let's go.
So Banjo's out, and then they announced from what was it, Fatal Fury, some like almost like Street Fighter character, which
some
is
guy. I don't
whatever.
know. Yeah.
But then there's still one more for this fighter pack,
and then they're like, we're gonna have more fighter packs and DLC, which is like good. Just fucking
it's really cool.
Keep it going. And the whole time I was like, make more Mario Party levels, please. That's all I want. It's just some free boards, just a board. Just give me one more board at least.
Yeah, because it's what, 4?
Yep.
That's not a lot.
No.
Mario Party.
And I like that Mario Party, but it's just there's not a lot to it.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing. And they keep making content for fucking Aces. And nobody's playing Aces.
Nobody.
Nobody. And I feel like they're like, well, they're trying to justify the fact of it being like one of their better games for last. Was it last spring that it came out?
Yeah.
It was last year.
Yeah.
When
It was definitely last year. Yeah. It was like mid
Summer,
to early 27 or 2018 that it came out.
So I don't know. Just give it some good content. But yeah, the Direct happened this last week.
Yeah.
So they had that, and then what else did they announce, Bundy?
I mean the Pokemon stuff, Luigi's Mansion and Ultimate were the big ones for me. Yeah. I checked out the Link stuff, but I'm not like super. I've never played a Link game. It just looked cool. And the
Zelda.
Yeah.
I was letting it pass because it's
I didn't know if there was something else I missed. That was
yeah. And then they if you're if you got the online membership, you can get Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which is the SNES. Cool. You can get those games on there now for free, along with Tetris 99.
Yeah,
that's always been free.
Yeah.
They're doing some update with it soon with like different backgrounds and whatnot. Because I've only played like a hot minute of Tetris 99.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
It pisses me
I
off.
love I love the music though.
Yeah,
It gets me hype.
dude. If you like Tetris and you want good music, play what's it called? It's I have it on PS4 and I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox and all that too. It's called Tetris Effect,
Ooh.
and it's awesome. Especially if you're playing in VR, it's incredible. But because it's just normal Tetris, except the background and the music like changes while you're playing it.
Oh, really?
And it's like very like relaxing because like there are levels with like these neon jellyfish. Like you start off the level and it's pretty much just completely black with just a few little jellyfish kind of floating around, and then every time you like change your tetramino shape or like direction, like the music kind of picks up a little bit, and then like as you're playing it and it gets quicker, like more stuff starts appearing and all that. It's really, really cool.
I think Tetris 99 is a really cool idea.
Yeah,
it's so out of left field when it comes to quote unquote battle royale games.
Competitive Tetris.
Yeah, that's cool though. But yeah, they have like different themes and different music that they're throwing in. I think it's paid DLC though. Which I don't think it's gonna be too much, honestly, because it's a free game. But you never know.
I like the point that they made to at least say that it was paid DLC.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at all this DLC you can get. It's like,
you can get for free. JK, it costs money. And then
I'm so psyched for Pokemon, dude.
Yeah, Pokemon's
I can't wait to just dive into
was it Poltergeist or?
Oh yeah, what was his name?
I want him to live forever.
Yeah, so they announced like
I haven't seen the direct.
Oh,
they announced 2 new Pokemon, and there's a bird one which is kind of like a dodo pelican-esque thing, which was kind of cool. I mean, it was a bird, but he has this like ability. He does surf, right? Okay. And if he attacks you, or if you attack it right after he uses surf, he's got like a fish in his mouth.
Yep.
And if you attack him, he spits that fish at you, and it's called like Gulp Missile.
Yep.
And it does like a bunch of damage.
It's like a recoil.
Yeah. Oh,
okay. And it's really cool.
So that was cool.
And then the little poltergeist.
Yeah, it's
with
like
a Poltergeist or something like that.
Yeah. He's like a little tea fairy. He's like a little like purple gooey guy, and he's like coming out of like a teapot.
Yep.
And he's
adorable.
Yeah, it's just cute. It's like, and they were talking about like his little like bio that you'd see in the Pokedex. Is like, yeah, if you get real close to him, he'll even let you taste his tea. It's like, okay.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like with some generations, they're just like, here's an ice cream cone and weird shit. But this gen so far, it seems like they're actually like putting in some weird creative ideas into their Pokemon designs.
I'm wondering if they'll do like how many new Pokemon we can expect to see.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're doing the starters, and we'll see some evolutions and stuff. But they always mix in like, past generations. Like you'll just see Meowth running around or something like that. But I think so far, what do you think we've gotten? Maybe like 25 or 20.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not even like 20. I'd say 20.
New Pokemon.
We haven't seen any of the evolutions for the starters.
No, not yet.
Which we will probably get next month.
And then obviously just the 2 so far legendaries, but there's usually always a third one.
Yeah. So they can sell another game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can get helmet, sword, shield, and helmet.
Boots.
But yeah, it looks really fun. It looks open world enough. They're implementing some sort of like camping element to it, where you can go and visit like other trainers' camps, like your friends, and like interact with their Pokemon. I'm sure.
Cook food.
Yeah, and you can make all these different types of. It was like the specialty dish of the Gala region is curry on rice. It's like there's over 100 different recipes that you can make with your Pokemon.
But don't forget curry and rice.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I like it. I and you can also like change your outfits and whatnot.
Yeah,
which is cool.
You can make it look like you, which
I don't think you could do in the last couple games, like a little bit, but not as much. I think Let's Go, they gave you a little bit more options to give.
Yeah, Let's Go. You could change your hat and you can dress Pikachu backpack, I think.
Okay.
Or your outfit, I guess, and your backpack. Yeah.
I started playing that again last Sunday after we were done recording.
Yeah.
And I did all the Team Rocket stuff. That took like 4 hours.
Yeah.
To go through the Team Rocket like hideout shit.
My favorite part is when you get to. Do you have Pikachu or Eevee?
I have Pikachu.
My favorite
I
part.
have the little Team Rocket outfit with him.
Yeah, but my favorite part in that is when you get to be Pikachu
Oh, yeah.
and you just run around the vents as
'Cause,
Pikachu.
like, well, first off, it took me forever to figure out what the fuck to do. Because
Yeah,
it doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
Because you're literally, you can't jump or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how do you get up there? And then you have to literally go to the vent and click on the vent to go move the chair, which is
Yeah, that's like every other aspect of the game pretty much holds your hand and says like,
Except
hey,
for
make
that
sure
part.
you go here. Yeah, that's the only one that can
Yeah.
trip people up.
I still haven't gotten another gym badge, so I'm working on that right now.
Yeah,
Does it follow like just the Kanto region?
Yeah.
Kinda like the first game's pretty closely.
yeah,
Okay.
it's basically the first game.
Okay.
Yeah, they had some new stuff here and
Yeah,
there.
like yeah,
It's appealing.
There's a couple of things, a little bit of additions, but the overall like story and every major like battle and all that it's
Yeah.
exactly the same.
If Sword if Sword and Shield weren't coming out so soon, I probably would have picked that up. But I was like, I'd rather just have a mainline game.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I grabbed it and like I burnt through it through like a couple weekends basically.
yeah,
It's
still
it's
working
definitely
on it.
fun. It's like because you get to talk to Pikachu and it's adorable and all that. You get to,
You scratch him.
yeah, you get to pet him or her depending on which one you have.
Let's go,
Yeah.
boy.
Did you have a her or a?
I have a girl.
Ugh.
I know. When growing up, I was like, I never want any girl Pokemon. But now I'm like, as an adult, I'm like,
Well,
what a
feminist.
misogynist.
I mean, I don't care about that because in every other aspect of the game, the gender doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But with Pikachu, the tail's different, and
Yeah.
you have like a heart tail, and it looks real weird.
I like it, man.
Yeah, in Pokemon Go, depending on what gender you catch, there are depending on the Pokemon, there are slight variations. Like I think like Venusaur is different, Pikachu is different.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Heracross, Sneasel. What's another one? There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I want them to remake Silver and Gold.
Again?
Yeah, they already did. Like,
But, like,
Soul Silver.
Well, then again, they did the same with the Kanto region. They've done that like 1,000 times. They had Red and Blue, and then they had Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah.
And now Let's Go, which is
Yeah.
their
I forgot about Fire Red.
yeah.
Because I never played that. I played
So good.
I played Yellow, I played Silver, and I played Soul Silver. Those are the only Pokemon
Oh, you
games
played
I've
Soul
I
Silver?
pulled.
I did.
Yeah, I did on our way to Texas.
Oh, okay.
So I was in the back of the bus with Tony. That's
Oh.
all I did.
It was
I
fun.
played.
It was on the DS.
yeah,
I think I played everything.
it's worth a
up
lot of
until
money.
Pearl.
Is it?
It's
'Cause
you can get.
I still own it.
It's like $60.
If I
yeah.
trade it in,
I sold it.
I have to do
I
that.
I follow like a couple different like disc replays on
Yeah.
Instagram, and one of them was selling crystal version, like the original, like
Yeah.
new in package for like I want to say $160.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They have an original Super Mario World, I think, at disc replay. That's for
Okay.
$225.
Yeah.
In package, and it's like,
Why?
why?
I mean, I still own all my Game Boy games. Like, they're not in package, obviously, because I played them, but I wonder if I have anything that's worth something. Because, like, I
Yeah,
still have
you
Pokemon
might.
Yellow and
Yeah.
all that.
I know. If you're, I don't think we went to the Nintendo store when we were in New York. Did we?
No, we did not.
I mean, it serves as obviously like a retail space, but upstairs it's like a small little Nintendo museum. So they have like all the systems on display, like in a glass case, and like some of the old school games, and it's really cool. There.
Don't they have a Game Boy that was through the Gulf War? Which war was it?
What?
No, not.
It was used in the Gulf War.
No.
It caused a war.
It was the original one. It was all like shot up and stuff, and apparently it
Oh.
still works.
Maybe.
I don't know which war it was, but it's up there.
Yes, Gavin Googles.
I googled Game Boy War.
Game Boy War.
Oh,
Game
no, yeah,
Boy.
you're right. Unstoppable Game Boy survived a Gulf War bombing.
Ah, see?
I mean, when I think of Game Boy, I think of the one that like came out, like the first one that I had, which was the color.
No, before that.
Yeah,
The
but there's
gray
like
one.
a big chunky ass
Yeah.
Game Boy.
I guess I just didn't realize the Game Boy was that old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
you
'cause
never really because you think of the color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's how old we were when.
Which
we all,
color did you have? What was
Oh,
your
I had
color?
yellow.
The
I had
yellow
green.
one? Green. I had the translucent purple one.
Yeah.
My Game Boy Advanced was that.
I had
color.
that same color. It was like a
Yeah.
blue one, I think, when I
Yeah.
had mine for the Game
I
Boy
had
Advance.
the color, and then I had the Advanced, and then I had the SP.
Yep, I had that
yeah,
one.
and
I
then
still have an
had
SP.
The DS Lite.
Oh.
You had the
I had
original DS.
the
We
big
bought-
bulky
the
DS.
chunky boy.
Yeah.
I had the chunky boy, and then we went and bought DS Lights once
Yeah.
with the Super Mario, the first
Yeah.
like Super Mario reincarnation.
yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. I had the big DS, and then I went to the Wii. I didn't have any of that
The
stuff in
big
between.
D.
Big D. The Wii is the first one is the only Nintendo console I never had. My brother had one.
You never had the Wii?
I never had a Wii.
Oh.
I always skip, or I seem to
You
always
alternate.
skip a generation in Nintendo, because like I had the Game Boy Color, and I skipped the Advance. And I went to the SP.
Yeah.
And then, well, I guess I went to the DS after that, so I didn't skip there, but I didn't get DS Lite. And then I got the Wii, didn't get the Wii U, and now I have a Switch.
I got a Wii U.
Yeah, and I had an
It's
N64 as well.
Wii U is just sad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I don't think we ever played the Wii U.
I did.
Yeah, I think I maybe played it once or twice at a friend's house.
When I came over to your house, I don't think we ever touched it. I don't remember.
We might have played Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Because it's the same one that's on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was the best game on the Wii U. Besides,
Which is hard to mess up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else is really good. Splatoon 1 is really good, but again, Splatoon 2 is awful.
Yeah.
I don't really care for it that much. So yeah,
It's always weird to me when they make a sequel to a multiplayer only game like that.
yeah. And
Like you would think they would just update.
There's a single player mode. There's like a story.
Well, yeah,
mode.
but does anyone really do that? Like,
I didn't.
yeah, that's my point. It's
Yeah.
you know, like
It's a cool concept. They just the little things that they could do to fix it would make it fucking great.
yeah, and like some like if the only changes are things that can be done in a patch, or
Yeah.
if it's just adding content, like adding levels and characters and stuff, it's always weird to me when they announce a sequel like that.
Yeah,
like
I
you know,
agree.
if they were to announce Fortnite 2, that would be very confusing.
That would be very weird.
Yeah, they won't because
And,
they're
like-
just gonna live off that.
Yeah, and like how I don't know any status on it or anything, but I think Microsoft announced Minecraft 2. It's like,
Yeah, like,
why?
Yeah.
It's like
I don't get that.
they're constantly updating the old or the current one, whatever, I guess.
Yeah, it never became old because
Yeah.
it was always being
That's it.
updated.
Yeah.
Like every
exactly.
couple months they have an update and they're
Right.
adding something new to it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just weird.
Is Minecraft on the Switch?
Yes,
Yeah.
both
It's
versions.
expensive though. I mean, expensive. It's $10 more than what it usually is. It's $30 on Switch. Because I was gonna get on the Switch, but I heard there's a lot of issues with it.
Yep.
And yeah, so I was like, I could spend $30 on that, or buy the one on PlayStation for $20,
Yeah.
which I was playing the other day for like 3 or 4 hours, and it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Briley and I have it on the Switch.
Yeah.
The Microsoft version or whatever. And we have like a little server, and we have, so mind you, on Switch and PlayStation on consoles, you can't do any like mods or anything to it.
Yeah.
And like all texture packs you have are ones you have to buy through that store,
Yep.
whatever it is. So everything should be compatible. We get into a, like, Briley has a server running or whatever, and I went on there a few weeks ago, and like in Minecraft, when a texture doesn't load, you get these pink and black squares all over whatever that thing is. Like if it's a block of wood,
Yeah.
you just see pink and black. I saw that like all over the place. There was a sheep running around that was just pink and black. I'm like, how is this not working?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not a new concept
It's
for this.
weird. Well, I didn't play Minecraft when there was horses. So when I got there was like horses and llamas running around. I'm like, I don't know what
There's a lot of stuff.
any of this shit is, but it's cool. Like, it was really fun. It felt very nostalgic just to go and fuck around and try to find stuff. If anything, I would get Stardew Valley on the Switch. which
Very, very fun.
I'm going to, I think, at some point.
It's very relaxing too.
Yeah. So
'Cause-
that one. I want to get Undertale still.
I haven't played that.
I heard it's fantastic from a lot of people. So it's been out for like 3 or 4 years, but
Yeah.
it's on the Switch and it's not too expensive.
There's you ever play Limbo? It's like the little black and white.
No, I've always wanted to, because that was on the 360.
It was on the 360
Yeah.
plus some other stuff. I don't know if it's still indie. I think when it came out it was indie, like
Yeah.
an indie developer, but I don't know if because of the success of that, if they were bought out or if the IP was bought by someone. I don't know that anymore, but there's apparently like a sequel to that. It's not like Limbo 2. It's just
Yeah.
the same style of game. It's like that black and white kind of story mystery based game. But I've been wanting to play that because that's like $10 on the Switch store. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, like
Limba.
Limbos. But yeah, that was
Limbos.
pretty fun because yeah, it's like a puzzle game where you just it's basically trial and error with
Yeah.
like puzzles with a deep story to it. It's pretty fun.
Check it out.
Yep.
What are you doing on time?
An hour.
Okay, wrap it up.
Yep.
Sweet. So Nintendo stuff. There's some good Nintendo stuff.
Nintendo, some It Chapter 2,
Yep.
some Sony gripes,
And some
Hate
tea.
and some tea.
Tea boys. But yeah, I'm excited for everything Nintendo. Like I said, I think they're on a high. I'm a little surprised they didn't announce a lot. Well, I'm not that surprised, but like they announced Xenoblade. That was like the last thing they announced. Which
new one or a remake?
A remake.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah.
The definitive collection.
I'm not gonna play it, so
yeah,
it doesn't really appeal to me at all. But I think probably in a month or two we'll probably get some more announcements, especially that when we get closer to Pokemon, they'll do another direct. I would say October, late October maybe.
Yeah, probably late October. That makes sense because that'd be less than a month away.
Yep, because then that's probably when they're gonna announce.
Give me the full decks.
Yeah,
Bend me over.
They will at some point.
I can see them just doing just a complete like Pokemon Direct, not a full Nintendo, because if they do like
Bundy's ready.
Sweet release.
Yeah, because if they do a late October, that's too close to Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
unless they're just trying to hype.
Well, that's what I mean. They could hype it up because that's what they. What
But-
was it? Smash? No, it wasn't Smash. It was one game that was just like a week away from coming out. They hit a direct.
Yeah,
and they
but
announced
yeah,
some
I
stuff,
can definitely see them just doing Pokemon Direct because that's like easily their biggest like franchise.
I'm gonna be real.
That's what I figured.
Thanks, Siri. Please keep
What did I
that.
think you said?
I don't know.
That's what I figured.
Real? That's what I thought.
Anywho, I'm gonna be real. I thought they were gonna announce 64 Classic.
I mean, I
At
can see
some
them doing
point they're
Game Boy
going to.
before they do N64.
You think so?
Oh god, that'd be cool. Game Boy, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, because that'd be a lot simpler just to port everything over.
Well, they're probably gonna just do it for the. I don't know though. You think they'll make like a physical one like they've been doing with the classic?
No, I don't think
emulator.
That. Can you imagine like because you know how all the new ones are mini? Do a Game Boy Mini. It's just like a little like Tamagotchi.
But like with like the 64, I guess is what I was.
I think it'd be cool if they did like a mini 64 where just like the on button was just like if it just had like a generic cartridge in there and that's how you turned it on was just shoving the cartridge.
Oh, that'd be
down.
kind
I think they're probably gonna lean towards the online now.
Oh yeah,
rather than physical.
Yeah, well because
I don't know what the sales were for the classic because when the classic initially came out, it was hard to
bonkers.
get.
Well, that's the thing. They do make money on that because of everyone wants one, and they only because they only make a limited number each like run they do. They always get bought out. But at the same time, they have to manufacture all that. So I don't know if maybe they're trying to get away from that and just charge people $10 for a online N64.
Yeah, which is probably the route they're going. So they push for online. So they can have more people pay for
they
it.
could do both too.
Which online's cheap. Was it $25 a year?
Oh, for
it's
Nintendo,
like, it's like 20.
Yeah. It's the cheapest
and
out of all the
I
systems.
got a free year with my Mario Maker.
That's cool.
So in October,
they always give away. Like if you have Amazon Prime, I think is the thing. They give you like a free 6 months or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, Overwatch. We didn't talk about Overwatch either. I forgot about that.
Do we need to?
Huh?
Is there something come out for that?
Do we need to?
They're coming on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
And it comes with 3 months of online for free when you buy it.
Oh, see? They're just handing it out.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what they should be doing. Because I remember when they announced it, everyone was bitching about it. They're like, oh my god, I have to pay for online. Which, granted, when Super Mario Maker, when you play that online, it's ass. So that's why I'm a little hesitant from Overwatch. But Briley was saying that they're going to have their own servers exclusively for that. So we'll see.
Yeah, but it's still running on Nintendo Switch network cards.
Yeah.
Which, as we've seen, are not the hottest.
Yeah. So we'll see. So next week, we'll talk about something. I don't know.
I hope to talk about Gears of War.
We'll talk about Gears of War. We'll talk about Borderlands.
That comes out Friday.
We all can't talk. Yeah, Borderlands 3 comes out this week. I'm going to pick it up, so I'll have a couple days of experience of it, I guess. So by next week, we can talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
Hopefully, someone else gets it too. Like one of my other friends on PlayStation, so I can play with them. Cause I don't wanna...
I'm excited for it. I don't know if I'm going to play it on PC or PS4 yet.
True.
Plus, I'm busy this upcoming weekend, so even if I wanted to,
Gavin's moving, man.
Maybe
soon. Fingers crossed. So, anyways, my name's Justin.
I'm Gavin.
And I'm Bundy.
We'll see you guys next week.